Last night I watched your the Herman Lee thing for about an hour and a half, something like that. And
Dude, yeah, that was sick.
I mean, I saw the post. I saw Max posting saying like, "Hey, he's gonna be going live with them or something like that." And I was like, "Cool, he's gonna be in his studio, and Herman's gonna be in his studio or whatever." And like, then I basically like went on there, and you're in fucking Herman Lee's like house or whatever, and like you're like sitting there
Yeah,
with all
dude.
of his guitars to choose from, and I'm like, "Holy shit, you're actually jamming with him!" And man, I actually, and also quick promo for your fucking guitar, by the way,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you played a bunch of guitars, and I'm a tone like nerd. I'm like obsessed with like different tones and stuff. And there were
Okay,
some that
sick.
had some pretty cool tones and stuff like that. Then you pulled out your new signature, which we have locked and loaded actually. Boom.
Oh, yo, thanks, guys. That's sick.
Hey, no, actually, you pulled it out though and started jamming on it, and I was like, I can hear you way. I mean, not that I couldn't hear you before, but like everything was way clearer. Sounded like it was just voiced to you perfectly. Like everything that was coming out of you was sounded so much better out of that guitar. And
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I have to fucking buy another goddamn guitar now.
Dude, get it. That'd be sick, man. Yeah, I mean, I've been with the company for like 7 years and got to try a bunch of different woods. And I don't know if I'm sure my Kemper tone is matched up to it. But I've realized that like that wood combination, having the maple fretboard is
Hmm.
so important. Like it makes all the notes brighter. And then having the mahogany, it makes it kind of like a little bit like more mellow, more the medium warm tones. And then I think another thing that people don't even realize is that like the difference between a satin finish or a raw finish or a gloss finish, like having a thick gloss on the guitar actually makes it even brighter as well. So it's like you
Interesting.
got you got the hard maple fretboard, which is real bright. You got the hard fucking gloss, and then yeah, the mahogany kind of chills it out. Lots of hard
That's
things, it makes it sound good.
It's like they made that new guitar builder on Kiesel's website,
Yeah,
and I'm like building a guitar, like I'm making like the fretboard, like oh that matches it, so I'm just gonna use like nothing to do with like understanding the actual tonal properties of wood, like it's something that I've kind of skipped a little bit. I mean, I know like what a lot of people do generally, like there's a
hmm
lot of the mahogany bodies, or the rosewood fretboard, stuff like that.
right.
But does a burnt maple neck sound different than what you're talking about?
I think
Or
because
baked maple?
he puts the necks and the fretboards in this oven that they just bought like a maybe a year ago or something like that, and it like releases the sugars and it actually chemically changes the wood and makes the wood even harder. So I think it's even harder and brighter with the roasted, which is
It,
Okay.
also
it would probably take some moisture out as well.
yeah for
But
sure.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
sick
because
when
it's
they're roasting the necks. It smells like maple syrup in the shop. It's
wow,
sick.
that's
Yeah.
sick.
it's probably better for traveling too. It's like if you're going, do you have a roasted
Temperature and
maple neck on
humidity.
yours?
No, no, and
Shit.
I tried, but
Yeah.
he can't. I've tried to get it. Like I kind of wanted to do the way it looks, but with both the headstock and the fretboard roasted. But just he's really concerned with everything matching. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
when they roast it, the kind of just to wait for the wood to react. And like, okay, this one came out dark, and then they have to categorize them after that and say these are the really dark ones. We'll match them. So it's really tough to get the headstock and the fretboard to match unless you roast the entire neck
As
and
one.
you leave the head uncovered with no top on the head. And then if you have a 7 piece, you'll see that 7 piece on the headstock or whatever. Which is I don't really want that, so couldn't make it work. But so we went. I think it came out even better though. With I like the how bright the maple is and stuff like that. But yeah, I always kind of fantasized about having a roasted neck. It looks so sexy, all brown and shit. It's sick.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Thanks.
actually, one of my favorite necks is I have just a Charvel. It's like I don't know if you can see it right here. This guy right here.
Oh yeah, I can.
It's
Yeah, sick.
it's just that guy, and basically and also I have that the PRS, that Dusty Waring PRS from BT Bam or whatever.
Oh, sick. Yeah,
I've
those
definitely
guitars are
noticed
sick.
the brightness of having that maple neck. I've been aesthetic because of making or buying guitars and stuff like that. It's always been like, well, this looks cool, but not really
Yeah,
like
of course.
taking
I
a
mean,
lot of it into an account and stuff. I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna run it through all these processors, dude. I'm gonna boost the
yeah,
treble and like I'm gonna do the mids and stuff like that. But you're actually saying that the actual paint job and stuff like that will have a lot to do with the full tonal capabilities of that.
for sure. Yeah, yeah. And